What's going on, everybody? I'm Mike,
And I'm Chad.
and welcome to the Chad and Mike Show. Welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Palantir, the stock that I feel like a lot of people want in on, but nobody really knows what it is. Um, I know I had my eye on this back when they were at like $10 a stock right after they IPO'd. I'm kicking myself in the butt now for not getting in, and nobody could have predicted where they're at now. But let's go ahead and get started. So Palantir is a company based out of Denver, and pretty much to sum it up, it's just a company that they pretty much just a software company that is specific to analyzing data and collecting data. I know they get a lot of contracts with the government and the Department of Defense, um, and these aren't some little minor contracts. They're pretty hefty contracts. I know they got
Right.
one yesterday, 2 days ago for 44 million.
Yeah, so they got that was part of the reason they blew up a couple days ago was because the contract they got with the FDA was for 44 million. It's for over the next 3 years, so it's going to be a steady income stream for them for the next 3 years. But then uh, earlier this year in April, they also got a contract with the U.S. Health Department, and that one was worth 21 million. Um, and that one's to help drive the distribution of the COVID vaccine when that all gets approved. So they got just those two contracts alone. That's $60 million. That's going to be a good chunk of money for them coming in steadily. So it's
Right.
only going to just keep making this thing go up. But yeah, since we're talking about it blowing up, since the contract since November, if you look back, it's up 170% since the beginning of November. So
That's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, this thing's been taken off.
And like I said, I'm kicking myself in the butt for not getting in at that $10 mark, which it's
Right.
it's one of those. Right now, I feel like Palantir is um, it's kind of like hit or miss. A lot of analysts are saying that there's really no ground for their stock to be this high. It's all hype, and you can kind of see that in the stock. Like it hit the high of 33.50, but then you had the tank off, and then now it's kind of yesterday or 2 days ago it hit that other up to $31 or so, and then now people are I feel like people are selling out and taking their profits. Now we're back down to $26 as of this
Right.
recording, um, but it I'm not quite sure where they're headed in the future. I know a lot of their earnings calls have been down. I know they haven't been making profit as much. So I'm gonna keep my eye on this one. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger on it yet. Um, if I decide that I'm gonna pull the trigger, I think me personally, and again, guys, this is not financial advice. We're just a couple of guys on YouTube. You guys, we talk about this in all our videos. Always seek professional advice. Do your research. Um, Anything you can to help yourself out, do it before you make any financial decision for yourself. But for me to pull the trigger on Palantir, I think I'd want to see this around the $20 to $23 mark.
Yeah, low 20s for sure for me also.
Right. I looked at the 12-month projection for this, and it doesn't look that hot. It does. There are a few like the high projection is there, but the low projection is only showing like $18 or so. So that's actually below where we're at today,
Right.
which kind of makes me hesitate. Hesitate a little bit on whether or not I actually want to pull the trigger on buying this stock. Um, but Morgan Stanley did also downgrade it to underweight, which pretty much means that they're expecting this stock to not perform as well as anticipated. So that doesn't really look that good for them. To be honest, I don't really see the hype in the stock. I think people just get caught up in the contracts, and that could cause it obviously cause it to go to the moon. So if this hits that $20 to $23 mark, I think that's gonna be my strike point. I think that's when I'm pulling the trigger, and I think that's when I'm gonna hop in.
Yeah, I think down the road this is going to be good when they actually start making profits. Whenever that is, 2 3 years from now. But if if you get in around the 20 low 20s and you hold it for a few years, I think it's definitely going to pay out. It's definitely going to go up. I just don't know how long it's going to take, before they start actually making profit. And
Yeah. I feel
you know,
the same way too. I do feel that obviously everything I buy, I'm holding for the long term. I did experiment with short selling and day trading, and it just wasn't for me. It was too stressful for me. I couldn't watch the market every day. So for me, I hold for the long term. If I do buy Palantir, I'm buying for the long haul. I do see it going up um, to a more profitable number, but I feel like that's gonna be in the 3 to 5 year range, just like everything else. I don't really
right.
see you I don't see this thing tripling within the next year. Not at all. I would think maybe 30, 35 bucks, maybe 40 by the end of next year is where I possibly see this thing going.
Yeah, I agree with that. Probably 35, 40 also.
Right.
Unless they just start getting some crazy contracts or something. But
Which could be
uh,
the case. Which I think they're with trying not to get too political. I feel like, or I shouldn't say I feel like, I read that Palantir is kind of more heavy towards a Biden presidency with their contracts and stuff. So once Biden gets into office, we will see where Palantir heads. So
yeah, because they were gonna do. There was some talks about like the contact tracing
right,
um, stuff for COVID. So I haven't heard anything about that for a little while. But if they get some contract for that, that's gonna be obviously more money for them. That's gonna be big.
right, right. So I think that's going to end it for this video, guys. Again, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoy what you see, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time that we drop a new video, you guys get an update, and there it is. It helps the YouTube algorithm. You guys know how this works. It helps us grow and provide more content. So if you guys like what you see, you know what to do, and watch out for the next video. And we'll see you guys in the next one.